It was been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I believe the birds.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation. So he is I and I am him. Slim with the tilted brim. What's my motherfucking name? Boy, no matter where you go, there you are. And there's nothing new under the sun. So therefore, when we see something new, it's really something old that you just haven't seen before. Damn, that was dope. Oh, so that's where we are right now in sports media. And who better to point that out? And I say who better because this person gets a lot of love from me, despite a lot of hate that they also take. We are on different sides of a lot of opinions, but still connected by love, because guess who this is? Y'all ready? Drum roll. Jemele Hill. I knew y'all were going to go there. What? Jemele Hill, you like? Athletes and media got some crazy-ass opinions, too. One thing about Jemele Hill, whatever's inside her, she going to get it off her chest. That's one thing about her. The media has taken a lot of shots for our opinions and our hot takes, but as you see, the players are no better. Now, that's a headline that'll grab your ass, right? And I was like, oh, she hating. Here we go again. She hating. Let's see what she got to take. But then I start thinking about it, like, where this industry has gone, and where it is right now and where it's going, I must read on. So let's do it like we do on this show. We do not read articles, we read quotes. Y'all ain't catching me with all that filler. The reality is that when it comes to sports media, if you played the sport before, you're going to have a little bit more leverage and you're probably going to be a little more attractive to hire than, say, a sports journalist. And my fear is that you see more and more players continue to get into this arena. What you'll see is that we'll kind of phase out the sports journalists. Oh, let's stop on that point. Oh, poor sports journalist, the guy or girl who grew up and didn't have the athletic ability to make it to the pro level, and then they turned into a writer. Oh, they're not going to have a job no more talking about sports because the ones who could do it are going to say it. That ain't right. Look, the perspective is needed to be rounded out by those who didn't participate in it. Yeah, that's real. I'll tell you why I know that's for a fact beyond like just simple statements. I coach now, and I didn't coach when I played. And I always heard people say, don't let players make decisions because they make them with emotions. They don't have the greatest perspective. You know, sometimes they're going to use their selfish desires more than what's greater for the greater good, better for the greater good. And I used to be like, what? You give me opportunity, I'll run this team better than anybody, especially somebody who didn't play. And then I start coaching. And coaching, you're not on the field. It's a trust factor. You build up confidence in your players. You communicate with your players. You give them a game plan. You do everything. And then there's like this moment of truth that I can't do nothing for y'all. I can tell you where to go, but you got to go there. I can tell you what to do, but you got to do it, right? And you're sitting there like, this is out of my control. But you are still a contributor to those moments. It's crazy, right? So there's interdependence that works between coaches and players. I think the same thing works with athletes and sports journalists. There's this interdependence. Like they're going to do some guesswork, right? The sports journalists, they're going to try and be informed. They're going to try to be connected. They're going to try to get all the insight. But then there's a moment of truth where you just don't know what fourth and goal feels like, right? Let me tell you. And then we start taking it and fourth and goal in it. But at the same time, we don't always have the mundane emotional elements. We skip over those. One of my friends in the industry, Stacy Pressman, told me this way in the beginning of my career. She said, don't skip over those mundane things. You guys always do. You know, we'll just be like, yeah, I went to the game. Man, balled out. It was good, man. One of my best games ever. Any other questions? And she's like, are you kidding me? What did you feel when you were walking out the tunnel that day? What did it sound like? What did you see when you walked into the crowd and saw all those people staring at you, yelling your name? Right? Well, how'd you feel after that big play? Like, damn, okay. Somebody got to pull that out of me because I wasn't tripping. I was like, where the club at, right? So interesting by Jemele Hill her first take of the realities of sports media and its hires. The second part is interesting as well. We got another quote. I think not making room for everybody is the fault of the industry. I don't fault the players. I love that. Can't blame the players. Who's hiring? Like, we ain't got the power like that. Isn't that crazy? All these sports, all these big contracts, all these big names, and will you hire me? I don't look at them as competition or as they're stealing my job, but I hope people understand that sports journalists bring something to the table too, absolutely. And a lot of us are able to see things, observe things, and even say things that the players are not. Wow. It's like I stole her quote. Like I stole her thunder. I didn't know she was going to say that for real. But yeah, she's right. Like, it's just like, it's like being a parent almost, and I don't want to say it in the power dynamic. I'm just saying with your kids, you create your kids, but you don't control your kids, right? You think you do, and you say, all right, you do this, you're in trouble. Yeah, but they did it, so you don't control them. If you control them, they wouldn't even do it to get reprimanded or disciplined. Get it? So kids, they just going to do stuff, and you're going to be sitting there like, do this, do that. What about this? What about that? Ma, guess what happened? Olivia took my toy and I hate her for life. And you're like, no, you don't, right? So we got one version, whatever that is, and I don't think it's immature. I think it's incomplete. And I think that the sports media and the sports journalists complete that. But don't get it twisted. There's a pecking order to this thing, right? So let's talk through it. We got one more quote in here, I think. My voice is strained because I went to that Clipper game and Kawhi hit that buzzer beater in overtime, the claw. Let me stop. It was fresh. It was a moment. Oh, that was a good moment. Let's get this one out. One thing I am glad about, having all these different athletes that are now in the sports media space, the one thing I really love about it is that y'all can see that they got some crazy-ass opinions too. Hill laughed. I got to laugh too. She ain't lying. Including me. The media has taken a lot of shots for our opinions and our hot takes, but as you see, the players are no better. Ooh. She could have said no different. She's smart too. She said no better. Let's be real about this. To stand out in the crowd, unfortunately, you got to yell. Yeah, you got to yell. Because you can't just tell the truth. You just can't break it down. You know why? Because a lie and loudness goes around the world before the truth and like real pure content, like really just a jewel drop. That didn't even get out the bed before that loud lie just went around the world. And that's what's sad about our world. But is it sad? We're wired that way, I swear. Because I look for good content. I look for pure content. I look for non-hot takes. But I also need some of that silly. I need some of them carbs. Like protein is great. You ever go on a keto diet? I have 1,000 times. The problem with a keto diet ain't what I'm eating, steak, broccoli, spinach. Stop it. I'm ready. And I'm going to get ripped in a week and a half. I know it. However, damn. Ain't no mac and cheese. Damn, no fries. Damn, no Cheeto Puffs. And that's the problem. You need both. Like, you need a little bit. I was sitting next to a trainer. I'm not going to say her name because she may not want to be out there like that, but she big time. Yet last night. And she was yoked up. Like, I just kept saying, like, damn, you yoked up. Like, and she was pounding these, like, candy gummies, Sour Patch Kids. She was pounding them. I was like, this must be a one-off. She's like, oh, yeah, I only cheat once a month, sometimes once a week. I was like, which one? But the point is, you need both, right? I don't care who you are. Ain't none of us perfect, including athletes and sports journalists, and talking this talk, walking this walk. So we are all hot take artists, and we know it. Damn it, I hate saying it, but we got to. Like, I'm sure, beat it up in the comments, some of the hot takes I've given or hot takes you've heard recently from somebody. We all are guilty, athletes especially. We're guilty. We just didn't have the voice before. You know, it was just Amar Rashad, you know what I mean, or Irv Cross, you know what I mean, like back in the days. Now we got a voice and we talking it. But we're all hot take artists because we all want to stand out. Nobody wants to be unheard. We want to be seen, want to be heard. So then you raise your hand a little higher, like, excuse me, you know, you doing this in class. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I always say, if you say ooh, 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 you ain't getting called. Nope, nope, nope. They go, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm like, not you, not you, not you. And then you finally be like, blurt out the answer sometimes. You ever been there? You're like, Oklahoma. She be like, what? Raise your hand. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And then we back again, running this lap. So the thing is, I want y'all to say one thing to me. Tell me this in the comments. Does one do it better? If I had to say, pick between a sports journalist and an athlete in covering sports, I'm going to say the athlete. Want to know why? I know y'all going to beat me up. Because there are some big brain athletes. There are some scholar athletes, scholar ballers, right? There are some sports journalists who are athletes, right? Like, I majored in media and communications, and I also played in the league. And I played in the NBA for 12 years, right? There's a Grant Hill out there, god dang it, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, you got those out there. Versus, you don't have sports journalists, if we're saying like the big dogs out there, Colin, Stephen A., et cetera. I don't want to see y'all play sports. Nah, we good. You know what I mean? Like, I can see the athlete doing what you do way easier, way faster than you doing what they did. So that's why I got to answer it that way. The question is, excuse me, Dougie Fresh, yes. Do we need both? Do we need both? Let's just think of a world. Do we need both? I answered that already. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I think we need both because, man, that's peanut butter and jelly. Now, I love me some peanut butter. Jelly's so by itself. That's what it is. Athletes are peanut butter with a protein. They are the carbs. They're the jelly. And jelly by itself, but jelly on anything. So jelly on sports with athletes, sports media, you got something. I like that. Well, I hope we stop saying loud lies. And I say loud or lies. I shouldn't say and. I should say or. Because being loud enough, long enough, and making the story old enough shouldn't be something that we all believe or we all connect to. It should just be as simple as the purest of truth. But I didn't design human beings, and your ass didn't either. So beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you think it is. I think Jemele Hill nailed it. She called it like she sees it. And she sees it differently. We know that, right? A lot of times it's color candy coated, but she still speaks her truth, which is a lot of times aligned with the truth. That's my homie right there. Never going to turn me against her. All right. Make sure you guys go to projecttransition.org and donate. Why do I want your money? Because I'm going to give it to these kids. Give it to these kids. Yes, I am. Doug Wagner. He made a monthly $15 donation supporting Project Transition. Oh, we got to get it some highlight. What do you say? There is more to life than where you start at. There are two things in this world, the stars in the dark that remind you of a place and time, and the work in the dark you put in that reminds you of a person you are that shines. Wow. That was deep. Athletics and then academics. When I realized I was kind of smart, taught me that there is more to life than the rules I learned on the streets. Yes, I learned I was valuable because of me. I hope you do too. Damn, that was dope. Woo! I love that, Doug Wagner. Thank you for the $15 too. I got to turn the fan on. You got me hot up in here. You got me bothered. I love that. Bother my spirit this morning. Wake it up. Oh, that's so good. And if you donate every month, you become a gym member. What do gym members get? This? Look at that face. Good looking dude right there. A few pounds ago. All right, Marcellus Wiley, never shut up. Never shut up. It's the life opinions and unexpected adventures of an NFL outlier. I swear I still got to read that. I don't know. I don't know my book. I love it too much. All right, let's wrap. I know a lot of y'all just come here for the freestyle. Let me think. I would Wu-Tang it, but she ain't beefing for real. Let's West Coast this. She lives out here. Let's West Coast. Come on, girl. Shout out to her and the fam bam. Bam, bam. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. If you ain't with it, who bullshit it? It's a lot of ways to toast it, a lot of ways to coast it. West Coast, you know what we do the most is, you know what I'm saying? We cooking and caking the hostess, you know what I'm saying? Let me get Jemele Hill up in here. She talking about them bad takes, athletes. Yeah, it's Jemele Hill coming through with the facts. Said athletes talk wild, media hacks. Y'all got wisdom? Nah, y'all just guess. Same bad takes, just in a different dress. Ooh! Same bad takes, just a different name. Athletes, journalists, y'all both play the game. One got the mic, one had the ball, but the hot takes fly, just the same for y'all. Draymond talking like he next Woj in disguise. Half stuff he's saying, nothing lies. Perkins be mumbling, trying to sound real deep, and ain't nobody knowing what he talking about. Jeez. Kyrie taking planets, saying Earth ain't round. What? Bad take. Out of bounds. KD got burners trying to check the press. But bro, why you tweeting? Man, go get some rest. Bruh, let's keep it real. Athletes and journalists, same coin, different sides, real. Y'all both be here spitting some nonsense. But it's entertainment, right? Make it make sense. Stephen A yelling, this is blasphemous, loud. Then Dame saying we got shooters in the crowd. Athletes be joking, but when they get the desk, they sound just like the same reporters that always disrespect. So Jemele got a point, y'all acting the same. Hot takes flying, just switching the name. One played the game, one wrote the script, but both talk nonsense. Man, ain't that a trip? Man, I didn't even know it was gonna be this way. How you had to go out there and you didn't even play. Yeah, you got the pen and the pad, but you know the career that you wish you had was the one that I had, cuz, because you can't do what I do does. Yeah, I'm in the zone, talking all that thing. Time to go. Stick it. Oh, that's a family picture right there. Picture perfect. I paint a perfect